Morning everyone. Today we are going to start Maths 1 second chapter, that is real numbers. In this chapter we are going to study properties of rational numbers. In previous standard we have seen rational numbers. In this standard we are going to see property of rational numbers. Then properties of irrational numbers. Surds. What are surds? We will see in this chapter. Comparison of quadratic surd. Operations on quadratic surd. Rationalization of quadratic surds. Now let's revise what we have studied in previous classes. N is set of natural numbers that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. Whole number, whole set of whole numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. I is set of integers that are negative numbers, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Q is set of rational numbers, P upon Q, where Q is element of integers, that is denominator is the element of integers and Q is not 0. Rational numbers means denominator must not be 0. R is equals to set of real numbers. Now we know that n subset whole number, subset integers, subset rational numbers, subset real numbers. Order relation on rational numbers. P upon Q and R upon S are rational numbers where Q is greater than 0, S is greater than 0. That means Q is non-zero and S is non-zero. So first, if P multiplied by S is equals to Q multiplied by R, then P upon Q is equals to R upon S. We know that if we got equation like this, then we cross multiply P into S, R into Q. If P multiplied by S greater than Q multiplied by R, then P upon Q greater than R upon S. If P multiplied by S less than Q multiplied by R, then P upon Q less than R upon S. Now some properties are there. Properties of rational numbers. Commutative, that is addition and multiplication. So if A plus B is equals to B plus A, first plus second is equals to second plus first, we can write same. Multiplication, A multiplied by B is equals to B multiplied by A. Associative, three numbers are there and which are in addition, so we can first add first two, then add third, or we can add second, third element and then we can add first. So A plus B plus C is equals to A plus B plus C. Same in case of multiplication, A multiplied by B multiplied by C can be written like this: A multiplied by B multiplied by C. Then first we have to multiply B and C, then we have to multiply the answer with A, is equals to A multiplied by B multiplied by C. Identity, if we add 0 in any number, our answer will be that number itself. That is A plus 0 is equals to 0 plus A is equals to A. A multiplied by 1 is equals to 1 multiplied by A is equals to A. inverse a plus minus a plus minus a is equals to 0. A multiplied by 1 upon a will get cancelled and answer will be 1, where a is not equals to 0, but condition is there that a is not equals to 0. Decimal form of any rational number is either terminating or non-terminating recurring. In 8th standard, we have studied what are terminating type and what are non-terminating recurring type. If we divide 2 by 5, the answer will be 0.4. It's terminating type. But if we divide 17 upon 36, 17 by 36, if we divide 17 by 36, our answer will be 0.47222. Is repeating, so we call it non-terminating. It's not terminating answer, it's non-terminating recurring type. Similarly here 33 upon 26, which is equals to 1.2692307, 692307. This 2307, 692307, 692307 is going to repeat. So we put a bar on this and we call it non-terminating recurring type. You have studied it in previous standard. Now next is express the recurring decimal in P upon Q form. Now recurring decimal you have to express in P upon Q form. That means you are given number like this and you have to express it in this form. Express the recurring decimal 0.777 in P upon Q form. So for expressing this, we will see, right, let x is equals to, we will assume that this equals to x is equals to 0.777 is equals to, how we write this, 7 is repeating, so we are going to put a dot on 7, 0.7. Now we can see it's one decimal point, 7, 0.7. So we will multiply this equation by 10. If we saw that it's 2 decimal point, then we multiplied by 100. 10x. If we multiply this by 10, then 10x is equals to, this point shift to here, that is 7, and we know that 7 is repeating, so we can write 7.777, which is equals to 7.7 recurring. Now this equation is our equation 1 and this is our equation 2. We subtract equation 1 from equation 2. So we have to write 10x minus x is equals to 7.7 minus 0.7. 10x minus 1x. Nothing is written here, that means it's 1x. That is 9x is equals to 7.7 minus 0.7, that is equals to 7. Now x is equals to this 9, on shifting towards another side of equal to sign, it will divide the 7, that is x is equals to 7 upon 9. But what we assume that 0.777 is equals to x. So 0.777 recurring is equals to 7 upon 9. Now in second example, express the recurring decimal 7.529 in P upon Q form. Let this recurring decimal is equals to x. Now we observe this, what is going to repeat, that is 529 is going to repeat. So we will multiply it by 1000, that is 1 with 3 zeros. Why 3 zeros? 3 numbers are going to repeat. So we will multiply this by 1000x. So it will become 7529 is 0.529529 is equals to 7529.529 recurring. So if we subtract, this is our first equation and this is second. So we subtract first from second, that is 1000x minus x is equals to 7529.529 recurring minus 7.529 recurring. So 1000 minus 1, that is 999x. 1000x minus 1x, that is 999x is equals to, on subtracting these two we will get 7522.0. Now x is equals to 7522 upon 999, but our x was 7.529 recurring. So 7.529 recurring is equals to 7522 upon 999. In this way we expressed this decimal into P upon Q form. Remember this. Note the number of recurring digit after decimal point in the given rational number. Accordingly multiply it by 10, 100, 1000. That means you will see how much numbers are repeating. If one is repeating recurring, then you will multiply by 10. If two digits are repeating, then you will multiply by 100. If three digits are repeating, then you will multiply by 1000. For example, in 2.3 recurring, digit 3 is the only recurring digit after decimal point. Hence, to convert 2.3 recurring in P upon Q form, we will multiply 2.3 recurring by 10. In another one example, 1.24, if we have to convert this in P upon Q form, then we will see how much digits are recurring. So 2 and 4, that are 2 digits, then we will multiply by 100. Here 3 digits are recurring, so we will multiply by 1000. Next important thing, notice the prime factor of the denominator of the rational numbers. If the prime factors are 2 or 5, that means if in denominator prime factors are 2 or 5, then its decimal expansion is terminating. Then it is terminating. If the prime factors are other than 2 or 5, also then its decimal expansion is non-terminating and recurring. For example, in practice set 2.1, first question is there. Classify the decimal form of the given rational numbers into terminating and non-terminating recurring. You will say 13 upon 5. 5 is prime factor of 5. So it's terminating. 2 upon 11. 11 is neither prime factor of 2 nor 5. Then it's non-terminating recurring. 29 upon 16. 16 is divisible by 2. That is 16 is prime factor of 2. Therefore it is terminating type. 17 upon 125. 125 is divisible by 5. Therefore it is terminating type. 11 upon 6 is 11 upon 6 is non-terminating recurring type, as denominator is 6 and 6 has factors 2 multiplied by 3. 2 into 3. That is 2 is there, but 3 is not a prime number. 3 is not. Which fit in the condition. That our condition is if denominator is having only prime factor 2 or 5. 3 itself is a prime factor, but in this condition we have to see 2 and 5 only. So this is non-terminating and recurring type. Now how will you see the prime factors? That is, this is 11 upon 6. You will take factors. 2 3s are 6, 3 1s are. That is 6 equals to 2 multiplied by 3. But by our condition, we have to see only 2 and 5 are there, but 3 is here. So it's not a terminating type. It's non-terminating recurring type. In case of 2 upon 11 itself a prime number, but we need 5 or 2, so it's also non-terminating recurring type. Now third question is 29 upon 16. So we will factorize 16. 2 8s are, 2 4s are, 2 2s are, 2 1s are. Only 2 is there, so it is terminating type. Now next question, question number 2. Write the following rational numbers in decimal form. For this, first question is 127 upon 200. So we will divide 127 by 200 and check whether the answer is terminating or non-terminating. And this question we have to write just decimal form. So we have to divide this. Question number 2, first sub question, 127 upon 200. That is, we will divide 127 by 200. Now first, 127 is less than 200, so we will write 0. That is 127. We will take a point here and we can take 0 here. So 200 multiplied by 6 is equals to 1200. That is 1270 minus 1200. That is 70. Again we can take a 0 here. 200 multiplied by 3, that is 600. That is 700 minus 600. 100. Again we can take a 0 here. 200 multiplied by 5, that is 1000. That means 127 upon 200 is equals to 0.635. Question number 2. That is 25 upon 99. So we will divide 25 by 99. Now again 25 is smaller than 99, so we will take 0. That is 25. Now one point is there, so we can take 0. 99 multiplied by 2, that is 198. 250 minus 198, that is equals to 52. So we can take again 0. 99 multiplied by 5, that is 495. That is 25. Now if we divide again, we started from 25 and it's 25 again. If we divide it further, then it will be 0.25, because 2525 will be repeating. So we will write 0.25 recurring. So this is a non-terminating recurring type. Third question is 23 upon 7. 23 upon 7, that is we have to divide 23 by 7. So 7 3s are 21. We are taking decimal point here and we can take 0. 7 2s are 14. 20 minus 14, that is 6. Again we can take 0. Now 7 8s are 56. 60 minus 56, that is 4. Again 0. 7 5s are 35. 40 minus 35, that is 5. Again 0. Now 50. 7 7s are 49. 50 minus 49, that is 1. Again we will take 0. 7 1s are 7. That is 10 minus 7, 3. Again we will take a 0. That is 30. That is 7 4s are 28. 30 minus 28, that is 2. Now again we got 2. So it will repeat after 2 8 5 7 1 4. So we will write 3.285714 recurring. Now fourth question, that is 4 upon 5. So we will divide 4 with 5. 4 is less than 5, so we will take 0 first. Decimal point. So we can take 0 here. It will become 40. 5 are 40. 4 upon 5 is equals to 0.8. This is terminating type. Now fifth question, that is 17 upon 8. So we will divide 17 by 8. Here 8 2s are 16. 1 is remaining. We will take decimal point and 0. 8 1s are 8. That is 10 minus 8, 2. Again we will take 0. 8 2s are 16. 20 minus 16, that is 4. Again 0. 8 5s are 40. 40 minus 40, that is 0. So 17 upon 8 is equals to 2.125. This is terminating type. Next question, question number 3 is write the following rational number in P upon Q form. First is 0.6 recurring. So we have to write 0.6 recurring into P upon Q form. On observing this, we saw that 0.6 only one digit is repeating, one digit is recurring. So we will multiply it by 10. Firstly, we will write let x is equals to 0.6 recurring. Then multiply by 10. Why 10? Only one digit is recurring, repeating. So we will multiply by 10. So it will become 10x is equals to 6.6. Why 6.6? Because it's equals to 0.666. If we multiply this by 10, this point will shift here and we can write 0.6 recurring. Now this is our equation first and this is our equation second. On subtracting first from second, 10x minus x is equals to 6.6 recurring minus 0.6 recurring. 10x minus x, that is 9x, is equals to 6. So x is equals to 6 upon 9. 2 3s are and 3 3s are. That is x is equals to 2 upon 3. But we assume that x is equals to 0.6 is equals to 0.6 recurring. So 0.6 recurring is equals to 2 upon 3. This is the P upon Q form of 0.6. In this way we can solve all questions. Question number 2, that is 0.37 recurring. Let x is equals to 0.37 recurring is equals to 0.3737. This is our equation first. Now here two digits are repeating, two digits are recurring, so we will multiply by 100. Two digits, 2 zeros, 1 with 1. So it will become 100x is equals to 37.37 recurring. This is our equation 2. Again, on subtracting 1 from 2, 100x minus x is equals to 37.37 recurring minus 0.37 recurring. That is 99x is equals to 37. Therefore x is equals to 37 divided by 99, but x is 0.37 recurring. Therefore 0.37 recurring is equals to 37 upon 99. This is the P upon Q form of 0.37 recurring. Third question is 3.17 recurring. Here again two digits are repeating. Firstly we will write x is equals to 3.17 recurring is equals to 3.1717, equation first. Then we will multiply by 100. We got 100x is equals to 317.17. This is our equation 2. Then on subtracting 1 from 2, that is 100x minus x is equals to 317.17 minus 3.7 recurring, 3.17 recurring, that is 99x is equals to 314. So x is equals to 314 divided by 99, but our x was 3.17 recurring. Therefore 3.17 recurring is equals to 314 divided by 99. Now fourth question is 15.89 recurring. Let x is equals to 15.89 recurring. So 8 and 9 are two recurring digits, so we will multiply it by 100. So multiply by 100, we got 100x is equals to 15.89 multiplied by 100, that is 100x is equals to 1589.89. This is our equation first. This is our equation second. Here you have to write recurring. Now 100x minus x. 100x minus x is equals to 1589.89 recurring minus 15.89 recurring. That is equals to 99x is equals to 1574. So x is equals to 1574 divided by 99. But our x was 15.89 recurring. Therefore 15.89 recurring is equals to 1574 divided by 99. Fifth question is 2.514 recurring. Let x is equals to 2.514 recurring. Here 514, 3 digits are repeating recurring, so we will multiply it by 1000. So multiply by 1000, that is we got 1000x is equals to 2514.154 recurring. This was our equation first, this is our second. On subtracting 1 from second, 1000x minus x is equals to 2514.514 recurring minus 2.514 recurring. Therefore 999x is equals to 2512. So x is equals to 2512 divided by 999. But x was 2.514 recurring. Therefore 2.514 recurring is equals to 2512 divided by 99. This is the P upon 999. This is the P upon Q form of 2.514 recurring.